Yep, you guessed it. Jim bought the Daytona. However, all is not well in Denmark. So let's roll the intro. So welcome back to the channel, everybody, and beautiful sunshine. It's a bit cold though. It's gotta say, nice chill, bit of chill in the air. However, we've got to talk about the bike. So you can see here, I pushed the button, got the Daytona. However, it's got a slight issue, and we'll talk about that while we're on the bike, because that's where I'm off to today. I am taking the bike back to the garage that I bought it from the dealer, I should say. Listen to that exhaust. Sounds cool, doesn't it? That Beowulf. So you can probably see already, I've got the engine light is on again. When I took it for a test ride, the engine light was on, and the dealership said, yeah, maybe it's something to do with the battery. I've charged the battery up, so I'm guessing it ain't the battery. Gear indicator seems to be working fine. Oh, it's just gone up to third gear, even though I ain't changed gear. Or am I? I don't know. Who knows? So yes, I got the bike back home, and it was leaking fuel. Well, actually, I'll tell you what I did was I picked it up, filled it up with fuel, got back home, so it's about 30 miles back to my house, parked the bike up, went back to the bike about an hour or so later. Now it's in the sunshine because it was a pretty hot day, and I could smell fuel, and looking down underneath the bike where the fuel overpipe flow is, and I'll show you a video of that, a clip of that in a minute. There was a slow, like a steady trickle, drip, 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 drip of fuel, and I'll show you a clip of that now. So this is the issue we have got: the fuel leaking out of the fuel tank overfill pipe. And let's have a look. Let's see if it does it. There you go, hear that? That was the air coming out of there. And then when we come down here, that is now, it does stop eventually. There you go, you can see it's starting to slow down. So yeah, you saw in the video there, you can see the fuel was leaking out the bottom of the bike. Just checking my mirrors, make sure I've got no police behind me. And yeah, that was a bit of an issue. Like I said, I got the bike all the way back, I drove it all the way back from Barnet in North London, parked it up in the back garden. It was in the sun, and went away for about an hour or so, come back and I could smell fuel, and there was a patch of fuel on the floor, and there was steady drip of fuel coming out of the fuel tank overflow pipe. That's the word, overflow. I was going to say bleeder pipe. So yeah, so I did a couple of checks. I started the bike up, it stopped leaking. I then stopped the bike, slow drip started coming back out again. So I thought, right, okay. I released the fuel cap, and there was a psh, like that, a release of air, and so it looks like there's an overpressure in the fuel cap. So not ideal. So I don't know if that's got something to play. So in the issue. So we'll have a look at that. My gear indicator is playing up at the minute. It's because I disconnected the battery to stick on my charging leads when I stick it on the trickle charger. So that'll be why the trip meter reset itself as well then. So yes, so not ideal. So I'm off back to Barnet. I phoned them up, they said yeah, no problems, bring it back. So that's where I'm off to today. What's the reason for getting a second bike then? So I've got the KLV 1000, and I initially got that, I sold the Ape because I wanted to go touring. and as you know, the COVID-19 kicked in, so 2020 was a write-off. 2021 wasn't much better, and so I've not been able to go and do any long distance. I've changed jobs and stuff. I've just not been able to have the chance to do it. It's ideal for getting around on. It's got the heated grips and everything. It's a big old beast, lots of road presence, love it to bits. But I think I'm a sports bike guy at heart, and I've missed the sports bike. So I was looking at getting another sports bike, and for some reason 600's just kind of like particularly my fancy. So I was looking at the Honda CBR 600 RRs for a bit, and then I saw these bad boys. I saw it in red, and they look absolutely amazing. It reminded me of when I had my little Ducati 750 SS. Absolutely gorgeous little bike. Ain't going to get you into trouble. You're not going to lose your license riding it unless you're riding like a complete and utter bell end. So yeah, and so I thought, right, oh, shall I push the button? And then I seen this and took it for a test ride and everything, and it seems to, yeah, it just fits me like a glove. This is an inline 4, so I've got to try and rewire my brain to ride in an inline 4, because I haven't ridden one in a while. All my bikes have been twins, so obviously you don't have much grunt. This has only got 110 brake horsepower when they renew, so I don't know if they're still pushing that out. So yeah, you have to work the gearbox a bit more, which can be a bit of a pain in the arse, but the exhaust on this sounds amazing. The bike sounds amazing. So and it's just light and nimble. It's something I'm going to use for the weekends, and maybe commuting backwards and forwards to work on if the weather's nice enough. But yes, what was my other excuse for getting it? I blame all the other motovloggers, right? And I'm gonna out them now. So Zed, he's gone out and bought a second bike. He's got a ZX9, so it's his fault. Who else? Western Supermare Vlogs, new biker. They've all got second bikes, so I blame them. And who else has just bought new bikes, just replaced? So that would be Military Biker and Diesel Hog Vlogs. They know it as well, little buggers. Hey, it's peer pressure, isn't it? So yeah, I saw that they bought new bikes, so that's my excuse. Tell that one to the wife. Well, with that being said, and me stuck at the traffic lights, I think I'm going to end this video here. So like I always say, oh dear, rev that bike. If you like the videos, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, smash that red subscribe button. And if you are a subscriber, hit that notification bell as that lorry, just no fucks given, pulls out. Yeah, hit that notification bell. That way, every time this idiot uploads a video, you will get notified. You stay where you are. They're all doing it, aren't they? And that, my friends, is Jim Diesel out. So here we are. I pushed the button, however, cancel that. So here we are. I've pushed the button and cancel that as well.